Math Man.
Alright students, welcome back to the Math Man's Algebra Academy. This is Chapter 2, Lesson 1, Translating a Sentence by Using an Inequality. Translating a sentence by using an inequality, you have to look for important words that are going to be in the question itself. Things like greater than, or less than, greater than or equal to, which also could be no less than or at least, or less than or equal to, no more than, or at most. Those things all mean exactly the same thing. We'll talk about that here in a second. Let's go ahead and dive into example number 1. Write an inequality for the following statement. Now this one seems pretty simple, so let's go ahead and dive right in. 1 is greater than x. Well, we know what we've got to deal with here. First we've got a 1, we've got the greater than symbol, and then we have an x. So 1 is greater than x. That's pretty simple. You can also rewrite it the other direction if you wanted to, but we have to make sure that we move everything properly and move the inequality symbol the other direction. It could be written as x is less than 1. Alright, let's look at example number 2. Translate the sentence into an inequality. The number x divided by 3 is at least negative 19. So we have a number, which is x, it's being divided by 3, and it's at least negative 19. Oh, so there's one that we have to look at least. Well, if you think about it like this. If you had to be at least 13 years old to watch this video, could you watch it? Well, if you're 13, 14, 15, 16, you can watch it. So, we have to use this symbol, greater than or equal to. Because if you're 13, you're equal to 13. If you're greater than 13, 14, 15, 16, you're greater than. And in this case, it's negative 19. So, if you are greater than negative 19, this is true. And if you are equal to negative 19, that's true. So, the correct answer is x over 3 is greater than or equal to negative 19. Now let's take a look at example number 3. The distance to the nearest exit door is at most 200 feet. We're writing an inequality and we're going to use d for distance to describe the statement. So, what do we already know? Well, we know we have d for distance, some number of distance, we don't know yet. We have to use one of these inequality symbols. We don't know which one yet. And we know that the number we have is 200 feet. So, what the problem says is that the exit door is at most 200 feet. So if it's at most 200 feet, could it be 201? Nope. Remember, at most means no more than that. So could it be less than 200? Yes. Could it be exactly 200? Yes, because it says the most it could be is 200. So we got to eliminate some options here. Here we go. It can't be greater than, because like we said, 201 would be too many feet. So it has to be either less than or equal to. That's where we take that second question and look back at it again. Could it be exactly 200? Yes, at most it could be 200. So the correct symbol we're going to use is the less than or equal to symbol. So the correct answer for this is less than or equal to 200 feet. Alright, the last example we have, example number 4. To get a 10% discount at a store, the shopper must spend at least $400. We're going to write the inequality using d for dollars to describe the statement. So again, what do we know? Well, we know we have d for dollars. We have to use one of these inequality symbols. And we have to go with the $400 that's in the problem. Now, which words did we use here? It says at least $400. So again, thinking about all these things, at least means that much or more. So can we use less than $400? Can we use, say, $350? Would that satisfy the inequality? No, it wouldn't. So we have to have at least 400. But could it be 400? Absolutely. So it's either 400 or more. So it's greater than or equal to. So let's get rid of the ones we can't use. And since we know it could be equal to 400, it is going to be greater than or equal to 400, meaning the answer is D is greater than or equal to $400. All right, students, so now we've learned a little bit about how to translate a sentence into an inequality statement. And speaking of writing, I want to shout out my friend Lewis at What's Right for Me. Made me this awesome poster for my classroom, and so if you want to see more of his work, you can click that link. It's right here, and I'll show the poster that he made for me at the end of my video. Until next time, keep the math mathing.